Hello everyone, and welcome to, I believe I'm calling this Technology Unleashed. So as the world loads in, you'll notice I have a small house, a fair amount of supplies, a tanking frame rate. Let me... And... Oh, there we go, that's much better. Alright. So, I've got a house, I've got a bunch of random supplies. This is the Feed the Beast Unleashed pack. This is a 1.5.2 pack, available on the Feed the Beast launcher. And I've basically decided, the beginning of Minecraft, really boring for everyone. Boring for me, boring for you guys to watch, just not fun overall. So I decided, I want to do Feed the Beast Ultimate, and I want to kind of do it right, or at least, start off everything right. So, what I've done is I've given myself a fair amount of resources. So let's quick, I'm going to look into making a hammer. I need two faces. So, what does this mean? Well, all this really means is I've basically just cut out the beginning hunt for resources. It's not fun for me. It's not fun to watch. And, I mean, overall, I've done it enough times, and I've done enough videos on it, that anyone can really just go watch any of those old videos and get roughly the same experience. So I'm going to put this in here, and... what did I want? Stonebound. So, I'm going to start off by doing something that I rush really early on. I rush getting into it, or getting a smeltery. And I do that because with this new version, there are basically ultra tools. These are tools that are extremely powerful and have some sort of associated effect. And I actually forgot to give myself the correct books. But basically, there's the hammer, which is a 3x3 mining effect, which will not mine in a 3x3 area dirt, gravel, sand, or anything like that. But it will mine in a 3x3 area stone or ores. Then next up, we've got the lumber axe, which naturally drops a tree of up to 50 blocks height. The excavator, which is like the hammer, but for dirt. We've got the scythe, which is the farming, or which is a hoe like the hammer, but with a hoe. And then we've got the cleaver, which has a natural ability beheading, which means if a mob can drop its head as a loot drop, it has an increased chance of doing that with this weapon. And we've got the battle axe, which has knockback and an area of effect. So, pretty cool. And there's also bows, arrows, and I think that's actually it. So, let's go ahead and check on this. Alright, so the head costs 8 ingots, and the tool binding costs 3, or the toolbar. Tool rod. So, I've got those, and now you cannot make metal parts in the part builder anymore. Luckily, stone and obsidian are technically not metals. Obsidian you can melt down like it were a metal, but... So, here we go. We've got a 10,642 durability pickaxe with a attack damage of 2.5 arcs. Wow, that is impressive. Mining speed of 6.66, mining level of Manilian, and 3 modifiers remaining. And the modifiers have, for the most part, stayed the same. There's a new one called Silky Wisp. Alright, I'm going to give myself Mighty... and... no. Materials and you. Because I didn't ever give myself those. So there's one or two new modifiers. So let's see. They detail the new method of making casts. You do have to cast around a... Yeah, you're not in here. You do have to cast around a tool part already made. Well, that's fairly simple. So, what am I going to start doing? Well, I'm going to start by getting some amount of power set up. Normally, I go with Buildcraft. And Buildcraft had some interesting changes. And I will be using it much later down the line because, well, Buildcraft actually allows, with this mod pack, because I have enabled a certain mod, power converters, Buildcraft is universally the best power. It offers the most for the player. But I'm going to start off with messing around with some Industrialcraft power. And I'm going to get all of the stuff I need cooked up, or, you know, some of it, and we'll get started from there. So, I'll be back in a few. Alright, so I've got a fair amount of rubber. And this is a decent start. And let's grab some copper. So, first up, I'm going to be making... some batteries, which involves making copper cabling. So let's come over here to my crafting table. Go ahead and make us 18 copper cable. Grab some redstone. Grab some tin. And I'm actually going to have to mine soon, but I mean, I don't mind now that I've got actually good amounts of mining supplies. Alright, 8 batteries. I'm going to make a bat box. 3 batteries. Alright, that. And I'll just pop up another floor tile. And you'll notice this building is in fact very cramped. I will be expanding very, very soon, but I was just making something to get started. Ow, I hate this thing. I really hate the way it interacts with that. Okay, next we need generator, which is a fairly simple recipe. Let's go ahead and grab this. And that's more than enough for one. I lost track of where that was. No, that's the one I want. And yet again, dealing terribly with batteries. Okay, so I've got a generator, and I've got a bat box. Cool. I'm actually going to set this up outside. And yes, this is kind of a terrible idea. It can all be blown up, and if it is, well, I've learned my lesson, but I don't have the internal real estate, and base building is not my primary goal or concern. But let's go ahead, finish popping all of this up. Generator here. Bat box here. Bat box here. Cable. And let's go ahead and throw a little bit of coal. 4K, so I need 10 of you to fill it. And let's go ahead and fill the bat box. Next up, gonna make macerator. Done this before, it's pretty simple. Oh, here, we got something that we haven't seen yet. Let's go ahead and make one of you. Alright, do I have flint? Is flint one of the things that I didn't give myself? Flint is one of the things I didn't give myself. Whoops. Okay, now let me... Oops. Let me pull myself out of cheat mode because I do believe flint was the last thing. And go ahead, come and... Despite everything being neatly organized, still can't find anything. Macerator. Okay. And we're going to need an electric furnace, which involves an iron furnace, which is 5 iron. And some more copper. Oh, wait, I have all the copper I need. I needed sticky pine resin. I'm going to make 3 of these. And electric furnace. Okay. So let's go ahead, pop out here, drop you down, and drop you down. So, now, all of these have power. So if I wanted to, let's chop down some of this tree. And go ahead and pop that in the electric furnace. So it's going to start... Sorry. It's going to start cooking up, and I've effectively created infinite power. Because the amount of energy required by this to create charcoal is more than the charcoal creates. Which is pretty cool. Alright, this chest here, you get to become Industrialcraft stuff. So, I have started the basics of Industrialcraft. So, well, now my choices are what to do from here. Well, there's a few more basic stuff. Let's see. Could start off by making a solar panel. Let's see. There's an induction furnace. That one's slightly more advanced. A compressor is another thing that I might actually need. So let's go. Yep, compressor. That one's pretty simple. So I'm going to grab one circuit. I never gave myself shards, but that's cool. I can find shards on my own. Let's drop all this in here. And let's grab some of this. Put this in here. And hopefully keep this all running. So this system will now basically do all that I need. I'm actually gonna make a second one, or second electric furnace. The words. Oops. Because I'm going to start cooking up some raw plastic. Okay. Now, there's also something that I do actually want to make, which involves iron and wood. And I'm going to make hoppers, which are incredibly useful. So first off, I'm going to start off by making 2 chests. And grabbing 10 iron. Hopper. to sleep through the night. Let's come out here. I'm going to pop one hopper on this, one hopper on this. Okay. And refined iron. That's what I thought. And we've got a compressor. A compressor is useful for a few things. Let's see if I can figure out. There we go. Recipes. Condensing copper plates. Condensing raw carbon mesh. Compressing Certus cords. Coal balls. CF pellets. Iridium. There's an alarm going off outside of my house. Snowballs, diamonds, uranium. Some of these things are subject to change. Advanced alloy, another quartz, compressed plant balls, another brick, H coal, and compressed air cell. So that's cool. I'm actually going to go ahead and head inside and macerate a little bit of coal. Or grab a little bit of coal to macerate. No, wait, I do want an auto mount. And I'm going to go ahead and throw these items in the item hopper. So that's cool. And I'll leave that go for now. And I'm going to make myself... I don't actually need to be that good. But I'm... 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's see. Lumberjack axe 8. 3. 3. And stone. I'm going to make lumberjack axe, like I had just said. So, start melting the metal. And I'm going to make my face plate. And this is to give everything that I have stone-bound, which means that it becomes much more effective and efficient the lower on durability it is. So, I mean, it's kind of a trade-off. I mean, the tools will never break, which is an incredibly good thing, which does mean that in the end I can just like repair them once or twice and keep it at a low durability. And that sound was me taking a drink. So, let's check on the progress of this. Fairly close. Okay. Grab all the rubber out of that. Okay. So, I've got stuttering games. Basic power. Compressor's working. Macerator's working. And once this is done, give me my coal dust. I've got six coal dust. So let's get to making a single solar panel. Oh god. So, 2 circuits. I don't think I have enough iron at the moment. I'm just barely might. Okay. Alright, now, glass and iron circuits. Also, you might be able to, in the background, hear that the macerator is making a noise, which is pretty cool. There had been a very long period of time when the noises that it made broke the game, which had been why the sounds had been disabled. But now we wait for my 3 glass to come up. And in that time, look up one more. Single solitary. I guess that means I can burn you in the fiery hellfire that is a forge. Oh, yeah, I can. Also, interesting little note of something you can do. Ah, okay. You can make sugar charcoal, which is an interesting process, or proposition. Alright, grab my 4 redstone. And 2 circuits. So, we have a solar panel. Woohoo! Now we have truly free and infinite power. Now, the problem is, single solar panel generates 1 EU per tick. That's it. Nothing more. So, this is not going to contribute a reasonable amount of power. Now, there are multiple ways that I can go in terms of upgrading my power. You go in here, and you go back in the metal chest. There are, as you can see, 7 types of solar panels. There's the low voltage, medium voltage, and high voltage, which low voltage requires 8 solar panels, medium voltage requires 8 low voltage, and high voltage requires 8 medium voltage. So, this one, not the most practical, it just involves a lot of crafting. And then we have the hybrid solar panel, which is actually the second tier. We have the advanced solar panel, which requires irradiant reinforced plates, advanced circuits, advanced alloy, and irradiant glass panes, and a single solar panel. There's hybrid solar panel, and the ultimate hybrid solar panel. So, those are all very, very far off. Not something likely to happen. At least not yet. I do have plans on making them at one point, but that's, well, far and away. So let's go ahead and pour this. And once we make this, I will be back in a second. So let's grab this. And this is kind of a gross misappropriation of resources. Ooh, game, why are you framing now? That was strange. Okay. Let's go ahead and York. It has completely obliterated this tree. Which means that now I can basically take down trees without worrying. There are some trees that are mostly immune to it. Basically any tree in the Twilight Forest has a chance to not function correctly with the axe. But overall, if it spawns in the overworld, chances are you can drop it. I really wish whoever was setting off that alarm would stop it. And now, I've got a good source of charcoal. Which I gotta go. I'm gonna go convert this, and I'll be back in a second. Okay, I'm back, and I'm left with a tough question. How to proceed from here? Well, I'm gonna go ahead and pump some coal into that. The big question on my mind is, how am I going to keep my system running? It's low power, it's about to be nighttime, which means that it'll stop generating its automatic power. So I'm actually going to sleep through the night as soon as it becomes night. And, well, the problem is I need some way to my electric furnace to consistently provide power to the generator. So I'm going to have to figure that out. But these are all issues that will be tackled in the next episode, because this is going to be it for the first episode of Technology Unleashed. So, this is Lion, and I'll see you guys next time.